Hello, I'm Chef Carol, NYC Cake Artistry Club. And today I'm having an impromptu dinner. I'm going to make a low carb, keto friendly lemon creamsicle pie. Get this pie going, so let's get started. Now we're ready to start the lemon creamsicle cake. I've already sprayed the bottom of my springform pan with a spray, and I've covered it with a cutout of parchment for a 7-inch pan. I'm going to use ghee, clarified butter, to oil the top of the parchment. Take your time. It can be a little feisty, but you want to make sure you cover the bottom completely so that the cake comes out cleanly. So if you'll notice, I'm just taking a little time to make sure the entire bottom of the parchment is covered. Now I'm going to take a healthy amount of ghee, and I'm going to use this to oil the sides of the springform pan. If this is not done properly, when you actually open the springform, half of the cake might stick to the side of the pan. So better to err on the side of caution and put a nice amount of butter or ghee on the side of your pan. I'm using a cup of water, and I'm using a lemon jello sugar-free mix. Stir it until it's combined. Now, the fun part. I'm taking my keto-friendly chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to pulse them in my food processor. The good thing about using cookies is that they already have butter in them, so I don't have to use any additional butter. So now I'm going to take my prepared pan, and if you'll notice, I'm using a sheet pan underneath, just in case there's any leakage. You spread those cookie crumbs around the bottom of your springform pan. Try to get them as even as you can. And then I'm just using a cup to make sure that it's pressed into the bottom. And I'm also pushing some of the cookie crumbs up the edge of the cake pan. The important thing is to try to get a level bottom. Now I'm basically going to put this in the oven and let it bake for 12 minutes. I'm using heavy cream. So I have 1 cup of heavy cream, and I have a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now, using my KitchenAid mixer, I am going to whip this heavy cream until it forms peaks. So start out a little slow and then just put it to medium speed. Now, to make this cake taste fresh, I'm going to zest a lemon. The important thing about zesting a lemon is that you only take off the yellow. You'll notice that I'm using a microplane. This is a very handy tool to have in your kitchen. Not only does it zest, it grates cheese, it grates cinnamon. It's just an all-around pretty great tool. So if you notice, I have zested the entire lemon. My heavy cream has peaked. So the jello should have cooled by now. And so I'm going to add the lemon zest into the lemon jello. And give it a quick stir. Additionally, I'm adding apricot jam, sugar-free. I'm going to give it 4 tablespoons. And I'm going to just give it a nice stir, get everything blended together. Now when you take your whisk out, make sure you tap it on the end so that you don't bend the tines. So now I'm just going to scrape down the whipped cream, but I'm going to be very careful not to stir it. I'm actually going to fold it in so that it maintains some of the height that it's gained. So I don't want to deflate it. So I'm just going to very gradually add in, fold in the jello mixture. Take your time. There's no hurry, because if you stir it too quickly, it will just turn into a liquid mess and you won't get the nice creamsicle cake that we're aiming for. So make sure that you're using your spatula to take the cream down the sides. If you notice, I'm still stirring to get the apricot marmalade completely combined. And I'm just folding, just very gently folding in the jello mixture into my whipped cream. This just looks like it's going to be delicious. So scrape down your sides. Try to get the mixture combined completely. Remember, just fold it in. Looks good. I'm going to pour this into my prepared pan. Remember that I baked the crust for 12 minutes at 350. Put it in the freezer and let it freeze overnight. And now I'm releasing the springform, and voila! Creamsicle cake. Lemon creamsicle cake. I just know this is going to be so good. I invite you to use this recipe. Enjoy it. It's very, very rich. And remember, it is a keto-friendly dessert. Thank you so much for cooking with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other tutorials. See you soon.